What is up? Shout out to my homeboy Chris from Canada for this shirt. The Guitar Father. Sick, homie. Never seen this shirt before. Showed up my P.O. box. I love it, brother. Thank you. You're my brother for life. You know that. Also, shout out to Angel Boy Tattoo for this really cool art he shot me, man. This poster. Good looking out, homeboy. Sick, you got down on this one, brother. Got down of all your art. Angel Boy did this. He also did this right here. Gets down. Shout out to you, Angel Boy. And my homeboy Chris from Canada. Today I want to talk about when I had the key to the building C1 in Wasco Reception. I was left the building. I was the head honcho all the way at the top, responsible for every wood in that building. I was left the keys. I was left the building by my homeboy Giant. When I got there, showed up, he was there. He had the building. He was getting ready to leave. Left him to me. It's funny because I had not seen him for several years. He'd heard through the grapevine how I had these Celtic knot sideburns. So one of the first things he says, "Hey homeboy, let me look at your Celtic knot sideburns." I go, "Okay, right here, brother." He goes, "Those aren't sideburns, those are earrings." And it's clown on. I'm like, what? Shit, rather too small than too big on something like this, you know what I mean? Anyways, really good dude. Another quick note on Giant, let me say this real quick. There's a dude I can't stand named David. Cannot stand this fool. I'm not going to get into it. I was going to when I was making my notes. I was, not even bring it up. Suffice it to say, I can't stand the dude. Whoa, I used suffice it in a sentence. What? Can't stand him. Giant got into it with him, didn't like him either. Punched him and knocked him out and left. After he left, dude woke up and thought the Giant took his car keys. He was calling him and had people call Giant like, "Hey, get over here and bring homeboy's keys back. That's messed up. You knocked him out. That's one thing." Then he took his car keys. He's stuck over here. He needs to leave. He needs his car keys. Giant's like, "I ain't got him. I ain't got his car keys." Kept calling him for a couple hours. "Come on, Giant, bring his car keys back." Finally, after 2 hours of that, dude David realized they're in his pocket. He's like, "Oh no, never mind. Here they are." Damn, how hard do you have to get hit to think that you lost your keys for 2 hours? If that had been me, I felt in my pocket. I'd been like, never mind. I'm just gonna walk home. I would have walked home from Jump Street anyway. I would have never called Giant harassing for my keys. I just got a locksmith out there. Like one time I had my ranchero, and I was working with my cousin Scrap Diego doing air conditioning and got me a little helper job. Had the ranchero for a couple of weeks. We're working at this house, was only framed up, putting the AC in, lost my keys. I was kicking stuff around. I was so mad. Construction workers a couple houses over called our boss, our company. They got the name off the truck in front of the house and thought we were fighting. Like, "You got a couple of workers over here that are fighting." So they called, "You guys fighting?" He's like, "No, Chris just lost his keys," all pissed off. And a locksmith come, shave it up, boom, had keys, $60. In a couple minutes. Just FYI, David. Be that as it may, Giant's a good dude. One of my good homeboys. Things up in Oregon right now. I ain't seen him for a minute. I show up to C1, gives me the building. Well, when he leaves anyway. Like I said, he left like a week after I got there. He's supposed to give him this dude named Bam Bam. That was understood. He'd already given it to him, like, "Hey, Bam Bam, when I leave, the building's yours." But I was closer with Giant. He's my friend. I talked him into giving him to me instead of Bam Bam. Bam Bam was kind of hurt his pride a little bit. But the point I made, the case I made was, Bam Bam's going to leave anyway. We're out the door. I just got here. Better to give him to me. I'm going to be here a while. So, anyways, had this building. I only had to discipline somebody one time. I had something I want to say before that, damn it. Oh, before I get there, I want to say that the Woods and the homies, Southsiders, had pulled this CO. I don't know if they pulled her or if she just threw it out. Like, when you say pull somebody, kind of, you get the image of you putting some work, you're trying to pull somebody, trying to get somebody. That's pulling. I don't think they had to pull her. I think she threw it out there that she was just down to help. She was looking out for the Woods and for the Southsiders, like I said. Now, there at that time, the Fresno car and the skinheads had kind of merged into one. And they're the ones that were dealing with her and talking to her. She wasn't bringing cigarettes or she wasn't bringing drugs like that, but she brought tattoo gun equipment, ink, and everything so we could sling some ink. I didn't say nothing to her. I had no conversation with her. She even brought that up one day when she was walking by my bed. I always sit in front of my bed with my little crew and be kicking back. And she walked by and she goes, "I haven't even had a conversation with you since you've been here. You never come down and talk to me." I didn't even answer her. When she said that, what's there to say? I already know my homeboy's got all this tattoo stuff from you. It's not always more the merrier. I can go down all up in my ego. "Hey, let me get at her. That part just messed things up. I'm just going to kick back, post up. My homeboy's got the tattoo stuff. And they show me, "Look, Splinter, we got the gun ready to go." I said, "Shit, I got the building. Let me get my tat first then." Which they agreed to do. And homeboy Sketch from Fresno shot this on me right here. It's one and only time out of the probably 15 times I've been to Wasco Reception I actually got tattooed. It's very hard to get a tattoo in Wasco Reception because reception, there's nothing there. You got nothing. You strip down, you got nothing. So how are you going to get tattoo stuff going unless actually a cop hooks you up, which is not very likely either. Or sometimes the guys on a yard will come through the plumbers, but they have to know where you're at, and that's kind of hit and miss as well. They brought the tattoo stuff. They pulled this chick. I wasn't talking to her at all. Just like when I was at Mesa Verde CCF. There's this other CO there. Everyone was talking to her. They was all over this chick, man. Everyone was all in love with her, talking to her, following her around. And I remember one day this dude figured out her first name. And what happened was, I guess he figured out, because he was an outside work crew, he figured out what truck she drove there. Drove? What truck she arrived at work in, and he saw on her dash her name. So he told one of the dudes, like, dude, I know her name. Let me tell you what it is. Don't tell anybody. So then, boom, told the name. Happened to be Tiffany. Why would I not say? It was years ago. Who cares? Her name was Tiffany. He told somebody, but hey, don't tell. He did the same thing. Hey, her name's Tiffany, but don't tell. Before you know it, the whole yard knew. And the first dude who found out told homeboy don't tell, he was all butthurt. Like, man, you told everybody. He sat next to me, he even came up to me and goes, hey, do you know that chick's name? I go, yeah, it's Tiffany. He goes, don't tell anybody. I said, fuck, everybody knows, bro. Who gives a fuck? I did not talk to her either. I mean, just why? So, I had no conversation with her, but she did bring my brother over. My brother is A side and B side. You cannot go back and forth between A side and B side. It's not allowed. You just can't pull it off. It'd be very hard to do. And even if you did end up on the other side, you'd look way out of place because everybody knows everybody. But looking at you like, you don't live here. Just stick out like a sore thumb. You just can't do it. She would allow it though. That's what ended up getting her in trouble. My brother, we're busted together at the same time, ended up coming over on my side and kicking back at me for a while. He brought me $8 from the store. I'll never forget it. Some coffee, a jar of coffee, and some soups and shit. And I ended up trading it for a joint. He got all mad, like, dude, what the fuck did you do that? I go, why not, dude? I mean, I'd rather have a joint than coffee and soups. Just like the streets. If I don't change. On the streets, like, dude, I got a couple dollars. I'm gonna go get a joint, or no, I'm gonna go get a coffee and soup. Fuck it. No, I'm getting a joint every single time. Screw coffee and soup. He's like, this is my money you're playing with, though. What? Who cares? So, be that as it may. Anyway, what happened, these Southsiders from Orange County wanted to beat up one of their dudes. He had an issue coming. He was on the other side, though. It gets real particular about who's going to beat up somebody when they have an issue coming. I mean, for instance, if a Bakersfield boy a Wood from Bakersfield is going to get beat up, you just want a Wood from Bakersfield to do it. You don't want an Orange County Wood or Fresno to do it. That'd be last case scenario, but there's just no Bakersfield boys there. If there's someone from your town to do it, they're going to be the one beating you up. I mean, we prefer it that way. Everyone prefers it that way, so it's better. And it's a bad look to have other people beat up your homeboy. Make it look like you can't handle your own town, this and that. So these dudes from Orange County, on my side, wanted to beat up one of the homeboys over there, and she allowed him to come over. I don't think she knew he was going to get assaulted, though. Brought him over, boom, boom, took him to the bathroom, just beat him down for a long-ass time, man. It was just loud, too. And walks back over the other side, all leaking. And yeah, she got caught right after that. They came and snatched her up, and came and snatched up the Mexican dude who was talking to her. I will say this, too, that when the whites were dealing with her, the Fresno skinhead car, and they're getting all the tattoo equipment, you never even knew that they were talking. Like, I only knew because I was on the inside circle. They told me they were talking to her. Had they not told me, I would have never known. They're real on the down low. For that Mexican dude, he's just throwing it out there. He's just really talking to her. Like, he wanted everyone to know they were talking. I don't know, did something for his ego or something. But he was on her, and she wouldn't push him away. I mean, she was encouraging it, but sometimes you have to be the one to say, no, it's too much. Anyway, when I had the keys, I only had to discipline somebody one time. No, I take that back. Well, someone did get their issue in there when I had the keys, but came in with a sex crime. I wouldn't call that discipline. I just call that just straight out whacked. So that happened, but I only disciplined somebody one time. Trip on this. You know what? I don't have any damn water with me. I didn't bring a water bottle. I really want something to drink. How mad would you guys be at me? I hate pausing, too. If I got up, got some water. Should I pause it? Should I go? I'm really torn, dude. I want some water. I hate pausing it. You know, I try to be a lot more professional with this channel, too, and I'm being very unprofessional right now. But you know what? I'm talking to you guys like you're my homies. I want something to drink. I didn't bring nothing, so sometimes I drink too much and people say stuff, so I didn't even bring it. Fuck it. Okay, I paused it. I don't think we'll have any problems. I had to discipline somebody. I'm going to come at you guys a little sideways real quick, but it's going to make sense in a minute. I kind of got to go there to go here. You feel me? If you go to California, to a prison, to a dorm, you might find a Jack Shack. Not constantly, it's not a staple, but you might stumble across a Jack Shack. I remember in ICDTP, the showers, there'd be 2 single stall showers with clear shower curtains. And once in a while, someone would throw a sheet over one of those shower curtains. You couldn't see in. Everyone would start lining up to use that shower. Straight gracias on the Jack Shack. You need some privacy. You know, you gotta take care of yourself. Now in CMC West, the showers were a big room. And there's like several stalls. As soon as I took a drink, I didn't... excuse me. CMC West, the shower, you walk in, several stalls. I'd say there could be, not several stalls, one big room, several nozzles. You can never get in there by yourself, never. There's always a line to go get in the shower. In fact, when you're working out and you have to take a shower, what you do is you go get a couple of your homeboys and make sure they have to take a shower too, so all woods can be in there, because you don't want to be showering with other races and stuff, and you never know. So you make sure you're going to go in there and you take a crew with you, and you work it out to where y'all work out at the same time. Do everything together. And keep your boots, you have someone keep a point, keep your boots, you wear them to the shower, all that. What I'm trying to say is Jack Shack, you don't get no private time in CMC West because there's always people in the shower. But if there's a cop that's lazy and ain't really paying attention, sometimes you could take a shower at night at the lights out and go in there in a single shower. People would do that to get that privacy time, to get that Jack Shack. Wasco Reception when I was there at the time. They'd make a Jack Shack. Since it was triple ruck, I hate when I came to that, I tried to show it my hand, the fingers. And you're a guitar player, since it was triple rack, 3 racks, they would hang a blanket from the top rack to cover up the middle. And they'd go in there, get some privacy, be a Jack Shack. And they'd have someone keep a point outside so someone can't run on mess with you. Now there's a dude named Josh. He hung out with us. He's from LA. He's a real buff. He's a gymnast. Right now I want you to picture a gymnast that you've seen on TV, tights and all. Picture it, right now. Okay, now that's Josh. Buff gymnast. I guess someone had made a Jack Shack in the middle rack, hung the blanket down, had the homeboy Spoon Dog. We called him a Spoon Dog. He'd always walk around saying, hey, let me use your spoon, dog. He'd try to get a shot of coffee. Let me use your spoon, dog. Start calling him Spoon Dog. Spoon Dog keep a point so no one can mess a dude in the Jack Shack. And this dude, Josh, the gymnast, was like trying to look and peek and be funny. He's like, hey, let's play a prank. Wouldn't it be funny to look in? No. He's telling Spoon Dog, let's look in. Spoon Dog's like, what? What the fuck? You'll get a sty in your eye, homeboy. What do you mean look in? That's gross, dude. That's not playing around. It's not how we joke. Maybe you do that at the Gymnast Academy. Not here at Wasco Reception State Prison. You don't peek at a dude when he goes behind a blanket, and it's Jack Shack, bro. Where's your bro code? So Josh thought it was funny and shit. Finally, Spoon Dog had to tell him, kick fucking rocks. Then Spoon Dog came and told me. He goes, hey man, that dude, Josh, he was trying to like peek into shit. So I pulled him up. Hey, come here, homeboy. What the fuck you doing? Nobody doing that shit. That's not how we joke or play around. It's not funny. It's not cool. Some man, grown man in prison makes a Jack Shack, goes behind there. You don't like, dude, you don't go try to fucking look. It's making me think you have fucking sugar in your tank. And I mean, couple that with the fact you're a gymnast. I mean, picturing you in the tights, like peekaboo. It's not a good look, bro. Don't be doing that bullshit. He got upset that I checked him like that. Felt disrespected by motherfucking Spoon Dogs. Walked right over to him and just cheap shot him. Punched him in the face. Now he had an issue coming. Major rules violation. You don't cheap shot a white boy. You don't fight on the tier. Way out of line. Plus he's already skating on thin ice. Skating. Ice skater and fucking gymnast run together. So I guess kind of like a good little pun. He was skating on thin ice in his fucking gymnast uniform anyway. With the peekaboo thing you wanted to pull. No prank, dude. It's not funny. It's not joking around. So I said, you have an issue coming. Went and told 2 of his homeboys. He only had 2 homeboys there from LA. And that's the reason why Josh hung out with us. Because these 2 dudes, they're buff. And they're mean. But they're kind of like a trick. They're real quiet. They stuck to themselves. He'd much rather hang out with our little Bakersfield car. We were like young, grooving and stuff. Than those 2 older dudes were like, but they were mean and they're buff. I said, go in there and get 23 seconds. What that looked like, they held him up against the wall. And both those 2 big, buff, crazy, quiet types went in there to start bombing on him with everything I had. Just teed off on him. Neck down. And he couldn't fight back. I stopped it after like 15 seconds. I felt bad. It was loud. You could just hear it. Thump, 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 thump. And these dudes were big. I stopped it. And everything was great the next day. We were cool. There's no hard feelings. Sometimes you just have to get an issue coming. He wasn't upset at Spoon Dog anymore. We were all cool. And we just chilled. And I mentioned this before, but it's worth mentioning. Again. Not Spoon Dog, but Josh, like I said, was a gymnast. The day room, the building C buildings have a big day room. There's a TV and there's several benches. And we eat out there, so there's some tables and stuff. There's like a little, I guess, a walkway. So Josh started doing some backflips, back springs. They're actually just very nice, dude. The technique was just gorgeous. I'd love to be able to do just get half of a handspring of what he pulled off. He did multiple, dude. Just boom, boom, boom. These handsprings heading straight to the benches. Like, no, dude, no. So now, bam. Went and fell up and all into the benches, dude. It was crazy. You felt bad for him, but I mean, damn. Watch out, Josh. So, let me just say this too. It was all cool. It was gravy. Like I said, sometimes you get an issue coming. I almost got my ass beat real bad by people I kicked with every day. Real good friends of mine for getting drunk. No, there's more to that, not just getting drunk. Well, first off, they're all kind of tripping on me because I got drunk with some Southsiders. These 3 Southsiders. Almost did the finger thing again. Stumbled over it. You sure you're a guitar player? 3 Southsiders I was real cool with. This one from King Cobras. This one that tattooed this right here underneath me, on my chin right here, the web. Then his cellies from Lot, Ronnie. I was really cool with them. They hung out the south side from Riverside. I was just real cool with them. He had a batch of wine going, so Splinter come here and get drunk with us. So we got drunk, we had to get locked in. And the cop wasn't going to trip as this female cop. She didn't give a shit because they're doing unlocks. So we didn't go to the day room. We stayed in. She let 4 of us pile in there. We're beating the music real loud. She locked us in and we got drunk. The white boys not want me to get locked into a cell with 3 Southsiders drinking. You get drunk, you act different. I could say something, they could say something, and make it turn into something. I said, don't worry about it, man. We're cool. I got drunk. So the first unlock, I was in there for an hour. I want to stay in there longer. I was hammered. The white boys came and said, no, you gotta, you know, you're drunk enough. You gotta leave, Splinter. Come on. They escorted me back to my cell. 2 of them did, 1 on either side. Came back to my cell, got me in there, had the cop unlock the door. Boom, locked it. Well, I flagged. You put a cardboard piece of cardboard out and you flag like this. They know you want out. Cop came and let me out because I wanted a cigarette. I would walk around and get a cigarette. The white boys saw me, came up on me, snatched me, said, what the fuck, Splinter? It's like, I want a cigarette. I mean, I'm drunk, I'm joking, haha, everything's a game. That's why you can't be drunk in the day room. I want to take things serious. You can mad dog the wrong person or just, you know, get canned on, man. Oh, what motherfucker? Just, it's not good at all. So he said, we'll get you a cigarette. Put me back in the cell, got me a cigarette. I'm smoking. I'm like, man, I want to go out and talk. Flagged my door again. I started to walk out. There was someone standing by my door, grabbed my arm like this, rougher than I figured they would, and these 2 little youngsters, who I knew were on deck to handle the next battery, come walking towards me, gloves on. I said, fuck, they're really going to sick these dudes on me, dude. Man, I was like, fuck, I'm just joking, dude. Like, damn, you guys are a buzzkill. I'm just trying to hang out and drink, and you're fucking going to sick these dudes on me? Shit. Chill out. But there was no chilling out. Everything's real. Just like in there, this dude, the dude out of the keys, the skinhead, was going to cut my neck. All butthurt because he said he made a rule. He was a skinhead to the keys of the building. He said you cannot have multiple debts. You just cannot have multiple debts. Well, I had a debt. It wasn't really my fault because what it was, I got to do the TV. The TV, I ordered the TV, but he was going to move to the other side before the TV had got there. I ordered him a flat screen. And he gave me some drugs. I ordered him a flat screen. He moved. Other side, he moved to the other side. I couldn't even give him the TV when he got there. So he goes, dude, you know what, you owe me money. So it's a debt, but not really. It wasn't really debt, because I have his TV. I'm going to work it out. Then I got more dope. So dude heard about that. Wait, he still hasn't covered for the TV thing from the dude moving. Then he got some more dope. It's double debts. He's going to slice my... He already got the razor blade and everything. And then went and told my dog Bucky, like, yeah, just talked about, like, it's, you know, he's talking about, I had eggs for breakfast. Yeah, I'm going to slice Splinter up on the way to breakfast tomorrow. You know, real calm, and just throw it with a fucking razor blade. Bucky's like, what? You tripping? What for? He has multiple debts. Bucky's like, no, dude, you're tripping. But really what it was, he was hating. So I just got a huge-ass settlement. I just got a bunch of money. That's when I figured out that called my uncle. No, he wrote me a letter, said, call me. I knew it was on. He would never have me call him. And I called. That's when he said, your step-grandmother passed away. You know, you have all this money. And he mailed me $1,000. And me and that skinhead dude just quit talking over some bullshit. It's just like, dude, bad timing for you. We were dogs for like 3 or 4 months. All of a sudden, you quit talking to me over some dumb shit. And I hit, boom, I get rich. What? I mean, you'd feel stupid too. Like, damn, dude, like last week we were dogs and shit. Now we're not dogs no more. And I got a gang of fucking cash. Don't you feel stupid? And I remember too, what I didn't like this dude. We'd go work out. Wake up in the morning. You stand out there for the unlock, go get weights. They have weights there. I'd be like, hey, what's up, homeboy? I'm spry. I'm like a happy dude. And I'm like, hey, what's up? He's like, hey, what's up? I think that's just the way he is. He's hard-faced. What's up, Splinter? Not joking or nothing. We go out there working out. Southside right here. Hey, what's up, dog? What's up, who joking? What's up, Payaso? Yeah, joking around with him. Then back to me, the tough, like, look. And I go, dude, I get sick of seeing you be like, all cool, let your guard down on these other people. But to me, it's, you act all tough and shit. Like, it should be the opposite. What the fuck? I don't get it. We had that little run-in, a couple of run-ins. We decided, dude, let's not even talk. Then it's like, my uncle's like, hey, you got 400 grand. I'm like, woo, 400 grand. I'm buying everybody a TV, except you, motherfucker. Just kidding. I didn't buy everybody a TV. But I did hook some people up. And he had the more nerve than a fucking broken tooth to come up and ask for some shit. And I fill in a package list out. He's like, hey, man, can you order me a bandana? I'm like, nah, this package company won't do bandanas. Blew him off. He knew it. He felt it. Fuck being fake. Cut the string and let it fly. Peace.